Wow, you look so much better than me. How is your hair so beautiful and long? I've been trying to grow mine out for years. The power of comparison. Who here has ever compared themselves? Most of the time, it's negative. Some of the side effects of this is it can cause anxiety, a lowered self-esteem, and lots of self-doubt. Me myself, I have struggled with this for ever since I was born, since the day I can remember. I wish this wasn't my story, but it really is. I want to talk about the power of comparison. Recently, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I'm a senior in high school and I've been applying to these schools, and there's so many deadlines to win scholarships and also the chance to be able to apply to the dream schools that I've always wanted to be at, such as UW, Seattle U, Seattle Pacific. There's so many good schools I've always wanted to go to, especially in the Seattle area. And I've worked very hard, don't get me wrong. I've worked very hard for everything that I have on my resume. But seeing the acceptance rate and talking to my friends, and they all have so much better stuff than me. How would I get picked over anybody that has so many things on their resume? They have things such as doing college, having straight A's, being able to do sports, and have work and keep their straight A's, having 4.0 GPAs or over 4.0 GPAs. I'm like just staring at them with my 3.4 GPA, just like, am I good enough? How is anyone going to pick me over the thousands of students that are applying? Everyone else is so much better than me. How can how do I have a chance? These these thoughts were in my head and they were engraved. They kept me up day and night. I'm not kidding you. Day and night, I would think about the deadline, which was coming up very soon, and I would be just like, I do not have enough time to add more stuff onto my resume and make myself look better and show all my hard work I've done throughout my high school years. That's when one day, I think I was just like randomly scrolling on TikTok. I was probably just like procrastinating some homework and come up with this video of a girl comparing herself to a beautiful model. She was beautiful herself, but she was comparing herself to this extravagant model, saying, oh, how she wished her body looked just like her hair was as long as shiny, how she wishes how she looked like that. This, and then I just went to scroll through the comments, just reading through them, and I see someone post a quote, just a quote. Comparison is a thief of joy. And then I thought to myself in that moment, and I had a moment of realization. I was like, how dumb could I be to have the chance to apply to my dream schools, UW, and all these big schools, and me myself just taking away that chance away from my hard work? I thought, is fear winning over me? Why am I always thinking so negative about myself? There is never a positive thought coming through my head. It doesn't hurt to try. It really doesn't hurt to try. So that same night, I got my computer. I went on Common App. I added all the colleges I've always wanted to be at. It didn't matter if it was too far or too close. I applied to everything there was that has always been on my mind. As a hardworking girl and who has tried her best in the first generation, it was scary doing it by myself. So I realized where those thoughts were coming from because it was just me and myself, and everyone else has so much help around them. And that's when I thought to myself, why would I do that to myself? Why would I not apply to these colleges that I've always wanted to be at? So I applied to them, and at the end of the day, I make it or not, I still will be proud of myself. It won't matter to me if I get that letter or that acceptance letter, I'll still be proud of myself because I had the courage to make sure to do all my things by myself. I figured everything out by myself as a first generation, and I took had the guts to apply to these big universities. And what I want you guys to get from this speech is that don't use comparison negatively. Using comparison negatively will not take you anywhere. It will, in fact, lower you or take you to worse places. In fact, use comparison as a way of striving for better. If you see someone making so much money, having a nice job, ask them, how did you get there? How can I get there? And use them as inspiration. That is all. Thank you.